Greetings everyone and welcome to Collector Corps. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Studios Iron Man Marvel Legends The Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III. So this is obviously the Iron Man suit from the first Iron Man, or the final battle of the first Iron Man movie, and I'm very excited to get into this. It's just open it up and check out what's inside. And getting Tony out of the packaging, this is Iron Man. It's such an iconic look, and obviously this is the helmet up, mask up, whatever version. There is an alternate head for the full helmet, which I will get into in accessories. But this is it's just Iron Man. It's just Robert Downey Jr. MCU Iron Man, and it's simple. It's a very basic suit, but it's also just iconic beyond measure. I love the fact that it's pinless joints, both on the arm and the legs, though it's really odd. There's like pin detail, and that isn't actually a pin. That isn't where the pin is in the leg. That's just detail that I assume is from the movies. That just works perfectly for pin detail. It's so interesting to have that on a pinless figure, but yeah, it's got all the small details, even the little screw-in part on the boot. It looks great. I'm loving the armor. The fact that it kind of comes over on the boot, very interesting. It just looks great. I do have my gripes about this. They've made it a little bit white around the arc reactor just to make it glow a little bit, which is alright. I like the effect. It doesn't quite work for me, and also I don't think it's really needed necessarily. I think they could have done without the white around and just had the blue and the white for the actual arc reactor itself. That's personal preference though. I'm sure plenty of people will really like this effect. More detailing of the mechanical parts underneath the actual red of the suit, the little black bit there. Shoulder pads look really good. They're actually hinged at the top, or connected at the arm, I think. Yeah, they rotate with the arm. That's pretty good. And then at the face, we have a Tony. Robert Downey Jr. Tony. It's alright. It has, the face printing technology. It looks pretty good. I'm not 100% sold on the likeness, but I mean, it's definitely Iron Man of some description. It looks like Iron Man in general, like Tony Stark in general. I don't know how close it actually is to Robert Downey Jr. And, it's been a little while. It's been a few weeks, should I say, since I last watched Iron Man 1. So, his actual face is a little bit, it's not quite in my brain as it would, be if I was a bit closer to watching the movie. But, I like it. I think it looks good, and having this in the box is a really weird choice in my opinion. I think realistically they should have just put the helmet in the box, but yeah, pretty good. All the details there, even got a little bit of black detailing on the back, bit of gold. It's such a good looking figure. I'm really happy with it. Going over articulation, starting at the head, we have a dumbbell joint in the neck, so bottom ball top, allows for back, forward, pretty good forward actually. It's kind of disappointing back, can't really get into a flight pose, but yeah, you get a little bit of tilt as well out of that. Pretty good overall, actually. That's actually a lot of tilt. I'll give him that. That's really good. You can get him some pretty concerned or questioning looks. I quite like that. Moving down to the torso, we have another dumbbell joint. Allows for some hula hooping action. That allows for crunch forward, crunch back. That's really good back actually. You know what? In combination, that pretty much does actually get you into a flight pose. That's not terrible. And then unfortunately nothing at the waist, which it would have broken the sculpt. It wouldn't really work for this armor, but I like options. You do have side to side with that, by the way. At the arm we have out, not hindered by the pauldron, the shoulder armor. That does actually rotate with the arm, so you can rotate like that. Out, as I say, past 90, pretty good actually. Double elbow goes, as far as you'd realistically expect. That's really good actually. Then at the wrist we have rotation, and then I think, yeah, there's side to side in there, which is perfectly fine. That's, perfectly good. It's a fist. It is hindered a little bit though, so it's not the most ideal of hinges, but it's there. It's alright. Don't really mind that. At the legs we have out. We have kick forward, goes most of the way but does turn out a little bit. Back, pretty good. And then we have double knee, goes, it's a little bit tight, but oh wow, goes all the way. He can just kick his ass all day. That's great actually. And then finally, nothing at the boot cut, because there isn't a boot cut, but you do have a forward-facing pin, I think. It might be just downward. I think it is forward-facing, but it's hard to really tell. And then you've got back. Oh, back's kind of stopped. And then forward, ever so slightly. Not great. You know, it is hindered by the actual shape of everything. The boot does kind of prevent it. But, yeah, at the end of the day, he stands up with minimal work. I say that. He's not going to stand now. There we go. I lent him forward a little bit, but yeah, he stands up, which is really, really good. And even with all that articulation, he can't quite get into the superhero landing. The torso just doesn't allow enough crunch. I guess you can force it. I guess technically that is reaching it, but he's a little bit too lent over, in my opinion. There's probably a way of doing it that's a little bit better, but just, you know, messing around for a few minutes trying to get him into this pose, you can just about get him into something that's like it, but it's not quite accurate. Going over our accessories, we have the mask up head, which is really good. We've already gone over it. And then we have the full mask, which it's so intimidating. It's such a good look. It's Iron Man. I don't know what else to say. It's such a good look for it. But yeah, it's the alternate head technically. I really like it. It's probably going to stay on for the rest of its life. Then it comes with 2 fists and 2 repulsor hands, which are permanently in that position. But yeah, work pretty well. I like that. And then you may have already noticed that he has a peg hole in his arm and what looks like, compared to the other side at least, a missing piece. And that is for this little bit. So you can just clip this on like so. And that completes it to make it look like the same as the other side. But if you take that off, you actually have 2 different options. So you have this, I don't really know, is it an energy mine or something, which just clips on like that. And that looks pretty good overall. I quite like that. And then if you don't want that one, but you still want something different on this side, you actually have the missiles. Which, you know, there's a nice, like, I don't know if they're missiles or whether they're like some sort of heavy bullet. Maybe armor-piercing rounds or something. But yeah, they're a nice little gold bronzy colour, a black tip, and yeah, it works really well. You wouldn't want this guy aiming that at you by any means. For comparisons, we have the Gamerverse Build-A-Figure Abomination, Iron Man, just regular suit, and then the Silver Centurion, which I don't believe this was from a specific line. It might have been 80th anniversary, but yeah, just the regular Silver Centurion. Works really well. Maybe a little bit too tall for regular retro classic style suits, but yeah, I think this works really well. And then for some more suit comparisons, we have the War Machine Deluxe version. You know, I think that works really well. I would say maybe, you know, with the helmet off, it might be a little bit of a, you know, larger head, or maybe this is a little bit too small of a head. But compared to the Invincible Iron Man, he is actually pretty tall. It's kind of odd how much smaller, though. I suppose, is Invincible Iron Man supposed to be like more of a skin tight, like smaller suit? I can see this. This works for me. And then for mixed display, we have the Star Wars Black Series Battle Damage Stormtrooper, the first version, not the newest version, and the Jazzwares Fortnite Legendary Series Fish Stick. And yeah, it works really well. Iron Man is in Fortnite, so this works. In fact, you know, all these characters are in Fortnite. Yeah, it works. I like it a lot. And on that note, this is going to be it for the video. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you're around here, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. I get a new review out every Tuesday and Friday. So if you subscribe, you'll see them every time I upload them. I don't know why I forgot what day I upload for a second there, but in any case, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!